as you have already familiar with different SAP screens, how to log into SAP, the SAP home page. Now it's time to write the most anticipated Hello World program in SAP ABAP. Okay, so you all remember, right? This area we call it as command field, right? So now before writing any program, you must go to the ABAP editor or code editor. So in any programming language we call it as code editor, in SAP we call it as ABAP editor. Okay, so now see, in the command area or command field I am writing SE38. So this is a command, and in SAP we call these commands as transaction codes. Okay, so when I execute this SE30 by clicking this button enter, or I can hit enter in my keyboard to open the ABAP editor. Okay, in the ABAP editor we normally write programs. Okay, now hitting enter, I did a mistake. Okay, now go back. Yes, so this is the home page. Okay, so the transaction code is SE38. Okay, SE38 is the transaction code or command to open ABAP editor. Okay, now how to execute this command? So you can press this check symbol here, or you can hit the enter keyword. Okay, so you all know, right? This is the menu bar, this is toolbar, standard toolbar, and this is title bar, and this is application toolbar, right? So before writing any program in SAP, you must remember that the programs which you want to create, the name of the program should and must always start with Z or Y. Okay, so if you are going to create a program, then it should be Z. Okay, test 1. Okay, or you can write Y test 1. Okay, so either you use Z test 1 or Y test 1, no problem, but it should be either Y or Z. Okay, now you can see this area, this source code has been selected, right? So this must be selected, and you can click here to create the program with name ytest1. And if the program already exists, you can create this button, you can click this button to change the existing program. And if you want to see the codes of the program, you can hit display. Okay, so now if I click on display, you can see program ytest1 does not exist. In our previous, so before this we have seen this, and I have told you that this area is reserved for any messages the program wants to send you, okay, is there any error message or status message or anything. So we call this area is status bar. Okay, now let's not spend much time here and click on create. Okay, so this is a pop-up screen. Okay, you need to enter details below to create the program. Okay, so title of the program, hello world program, and this program is executable program, right? So the type of program, so there are different types of programs: executable program, include program, module pool program, function group, subroutine pool, interface pool, class pool. We will come across all this kind of programs one by one. Okay, but not now. So let's focus on this program, executable program. Okay, so as soon as you select this executable program, the screen has changed accordingly, right? So no problem, Unicode check is done, fixed point arithmetic check is also done, so no need. Then now this is the title of the program, and this is the language, and the user which is created this one, and the creation date, and status is new. Now save it. Okay, so while saving, it is asking for package. Okay, so whatever custom developments or custom programs you create in SAP, it must be assigned to a package. Okay, so why we need it to assign to a package? So that we can say, okay, this set of programs belongs to this particular business process. Okay, so when we discussed about ERP, it is a complete solution, right? SAP is a complete solution. It has different programs for each business process. We call them as applications. Okay, so let's say a business program, a business process is sales. Okay, so all the programs or applications related to sales are binded to a package. Okay, so similarly, if we create a program, custom program in SAP, we must assign it to a package so that we know that this program belongs to this process. Okay, so it is always mandatory to create a program inside a package. Okay, and if we are not creating, okay, so here we have to give a package name. Okay, so as this is a demo system, we have to, okay, so we need to give a package here. Okay, and then we can click on save. Okay, as this is a demo system, I am assigning this to a local object. Local object means, so whatever programs or anything you create under local object, it is assigned to a default package called $TMP. Okay, so this is the default package for local objects. So in that case, you don't need to give any package name here. You can directly click on this local object so that your program will be saved under this $TMP package. Okay, so what is the difference between local object and object which is saved under a package? So first thing is, in any development system, there will be one server through which you will create a program, right? And later this program you will send it to a different server where the testing will happen, and if everything is all right, then your program will be moved to production. Okay, so if you created a program and assigned it to a package as $TMP, or local object, your program cannot be moved to quality server or production server. In SAP, we call it as quality system or production system, and this system we call it as development system, where we develop the program. Okay, so now click on this local object. So this program has been created. Okay, and this area you see, you can write anything. So this is the area where you will write codes. Okay, your program codes or your comments. Okay, so now let's start writing the program. Okay, so how you will write hello world program? So you can see this report statement. This is a command field, this is a keyword, report keyword. Okay, and this is your program name which you have given in the previous screen, and that report name you can see over here. Okay, and to generate an output in SAP program, which keyword you need to use? You need to use write. Okay, then in single quote the text you want to print, then at the end period. Okay, so you have written the code and now you save it. So this button you see in the toolbar, right, standard toolbar, here you can click on save to save the program. Then you need to click on check, so this will do the syntax check. Okay, and this button will generate an active version of the program which can be executed. Okay, without this active version you cannot execute any program in SAP. It will give runtime error. Okay, so activate. So before activating, you can see the status of the program is inactive. Now click on active. You can see the status has been changed to active. Okay, now this is the button to execute your program. Okay, direct processing, or you can press F8 from your keyboard as well. Okay, now click on this. You can see this is the output area. Okay, and this is the title bar, right? So when you executed this program, in the title bar you can see the title of your program, the title which you have given while creating the program. In the pop-up screen appears, right, where you have given the title of the program. That title you can see over this title bar. Okay, and this area and below the title bar, this area is completely empty, and this area belongs to our program. So in our program we do not have created any buttons or anything, so that is why this area is empty, and we call it as application toolbar. Okay, so this is your hello world program. Now go back. Okay, so now in SAP every program is being assigned to a command or transaction code, right? So as a developer you have access to this IDE or SAP editor, where you can give your program name, then you can execute your program to see the output. But if I am a user who is not a developer, then how I can execute your program, right? So for that you need to create a command or transaction code for this program, right? So how you will create a transaction code for this program? So there is a separate command is there through which you can assign this program a transaction code. Okay, so now here you can see new GUI window. Click on this one. So you can see the home screen of SAP. Enter here SC93. Okay, then hit enter or click on this check. Okay, so here you can see how to create a transaction. Okay, so here this is our program name ytest1, and I am going to create a transaction code for my program. Okay, you can give a different name for your transaction, or you can use the same name as your program to create the transaction code. Okay, so in this case I am using the same name as my program. Okay, copy, cancel. Okay, and paste it here. Now again this create button. Okay, create short text hello world, and select the second option. So here we will discuss one by one what are the other options, but for the time being you select the second option. Okay, program and selection screen 1, then continue. So this button you need to check, or you can hit enter as well. So after clicking continue, this is the transaction code. So package, we have saved it under local object, so package would be $tmp, and here it will ask the program name. Okay, so our program name is ytest1. Okay, so by default this would be 1000, so let it be there, and select all 3 checkboxes. Okay, now you need to save. Okay, and we are saving it as local object, so $tmp. So once you save it, you can see the package assigned as $tmp to this program. Okay, now check. So this will check the consistency or the syntax check of the transaction. Then you can click this button, or you can press F8 to execute the program. Okay, now press this one. You can see the same output, right? Hello world. Now open one more session. You have already created a command, right? So here I am giving the command we have just created for our program ytest1. Okay, in our case the command name and the program name both are same. So here I have given the command of my program. Then now I can click this button, or I can hit enter to see the output. Okay, you can see. So this is how a developer can create a program and test the program or see the output of the program, and how the end user can access the program using the transaction code, and how the end user runs this. Okay,